Welcome to my spoiler review of Mortal Kombat. Though adaptations of the series have had as many turns as the video games have, this film is easily the gleefully gory, hard-R reboot that fans have been waiting for, so let's get this started. We open the compound of Hanzo Azashi by Hiroyuki Sanada in the year 1617, and watched the opening numerous times before I got a ticket, so I definitely eager to address it. Hanzo's the leader of the Shirai Ryu, and this opening scene details rivalry his brother Bai Han, played by Joe Taslim. Bai Han's the Lin Kuei clan, betraying and murdering Han's and most of his family. Only the youngest child survives, and then watch over Lord Raiden, played by Tadanobu Asano. In the present day, we're introduced to aspiring fighter Cole Young, played by Lewis Tanner, into the Badlands. He's been orphaned since Charlton Streets of Chicago, but he wonders if he's meant for more than just throwing fights for cash. He gets an answer when he's attacked and rescued by Special Forces agent Jack Higgs, played by Mekhi Brooks, by Hana, going by his better-known title of Sub-Zero, is after Cole and other people who have a dragon-shaped tattoo on them. Jax tells Cole to go find his colleague Sonya Blade as he tries to hold off Sub-Zero, but his arms are then frozen and torn off by Sub-Zero. Cole meets Sonya, played by Jessica McNamee, who tells him of a tournament known as Mortal Kombat. Much like the 1995 film, this movie is essentially at its core a martial arts tournament with a fantasy flavor to it. Whether or not someone has a tattoo or claims it themselves, they can enter the tournament. She also has another fighter tied up in her house, Kano, played by Josh Lawson, who has incredibly profane dialogue that really helps the film earn its R rating. The house is then attacked by Reptile in his, reptile form. We definitely had plenty of advances in CGI since 1995. So quick thinking, Kano tears out Reptile's heart in a game of fatality, quipping, Kano wins, you feckin' beauty. So, the stakes are basically, hey, that Earthrealm must stop Outworld from winning their 10th tournament, or Outworld unleash their reign upon Earthrealm. Outworld is led by Shang Tsung, played by Chin Han, whose goal calculation is with soul eating. Other fighters for Outworld include Cabal, voiced by Daniel Nelson, and Melina, played by Sissy Stringer. Some liberties are taken with her design. I am glad that she still has her daggers and her mandibles. Talk more about the future later. Sonya pays Kano to help them find Raiden's temple and elsewhere. Han's out on a scorpion is about to awaken. Upon their arrival in the desert, they're confronted by Liu Kang, played Lieutenant of Bond's Power Rangers. There's much other similarities I'll point out as we continue, but for now, imagine that. Going from one 90s craze to another 90s craze. Liu Kang leads them to the temple. We meet his cousin Kung Lao, played by Max Wang. The temple is rife with artifacts and characters from the games I definitely wanted just to see in a sequel, and I'll tell you more later. Right now, the rooms where our combatants spar are taken directly from the games. I'm pretty amused by how this movie works, and Liu Kang cheesing out his opponents with low kicks. One way to create a licensed film takes is that rather than being purely cybernetic elements like in the games, both Kano's eye beam and Jack's new arms are more of magitech this time around, where magic and science collide. One show me what to make of that at first, but let alone if the leaks are even accurate. But I actually like the idea of training and master these abilities and getting these powers through sheer will. Shang Tsung tries to confront everyone ahead of time, but Raiden's able to stop them in just enough time to prepare for the tournament. These certain training sessions quite entertaining, much like how the characters and protagonist from Team Power Rangers reboot try to master their powers. The Earthrealm fighters are trying to master Arcana is a major part of the story this time around. I haven't mentioned this yet, but Cole is experiencing flashbacks of who he really is, even as someone who never knew his real parents. It turns out that Cole is linked to Scorpion's bloodline, effectively making him this continuity's version of Shirai Ryu. This is one of my guesses as to who he really was. I'm actually glad he's not just an OC viewpoint character like some other franchises. As Kano betrays the location of Shang Tsung via Cabal, Cole returns home, and that will put their plan to effect. The fighters Earthrealm fight bravely. Kung Lao's soul is claimed by Shang Tsung. However, Cole not only manages to defend his home against Goro, who's definitely had quite the glow up since the 1995 movie, he unlocks his Arcana just as he returns to the fight. It's time to give them the tournament thereafter. Each of the fighters of Outworld is split up against the forces of Earthrealm, with highlights being Sonya facing Kano, Liu Kang fighting Cabal, and Cole fighting Melina. They end up saving the best fight for last, with Cole and Scorpion fighting Sub-Zero at his old gym. Definitely just like him to kill Cole's other rivals and fight the old guard and new blood of Shirai Ryu himself. Also, Yes, Virginia, we do get to see the respective game-accurate weapons and hear Scorpion shout, "Get over here!" Earthrealm has one Mortal Kombat, and the world is safe for now as Shang Tsung retreats each art world. If that's not a hint for a sequel, I don't know what is. Cole then decides to go to Hollywood, and we get to tease Johnny Cage. He may be one of my favorite characters in the series, but I'm glad I didn't blow their stat too early. We close on a credits roll to a really good arrangement of the Techno Syndrome theme that I'm glad was retained in this film. This movie isn't just among my favorite Mortal Kombat adaptations so far, it's easily the best film adaptation made to a game to date. While there may be a fair share of flops like Monster Hunter in a given year, here, between this, the Sonic movie last year, and Pokemon Detective Pikachu in 2019, they're finally realizing that you can make a video game adaptation that captures its source material's appeal and have it make money and be well received by its fans and audiences. Imagine that. Especially given with WB changing hands again, they're unsurprisingly fast-tracking a sequel, with the cast and director planning to return. Top of characters movie already set up. Each choice for me would be have Shao Kahn as the villain. It took more than 20 years, but we finally have another Mortal Kombat adaptation that's worthy of our time on our watch list. It's likely it won't be the last time I talk about the franchise. I'll see you all again soon. Take care.